What turned you into a villain for the rest of the world? It started junior year of high school. My mom got sick. The kind of sick where doctors start using words like palliative and comfort measures. We couldn't afford the experimental treatment that might have helped. Our insurance called it investigational. I called it our only hope. I remember sitting in the hospital cafeteria, calculating how many plasma donations it would take to pay for even one round of treatment. The math was impossible. You should eat something, Dad said, pushing a sandwich toward me. I'm not hungry. I was hungry, actually, but food felt like a luxury we couldn't afford anymore. Honey, your mom wouldn't want you to. Mom wouldn't want to be dying either, I snapped. That night, I broke into the school's chemistry lab. My plan was simple: synthesize something I could sell. I was good at chemistry, good enough to get into college on scholarship if my life had gone according to plan. The first batch was crude, but effective. I sold it to college kids who didn't ask questions about where it came from. The money wasn't enough, but it was something. By the time Mom died, I had a small operation running. I told myself I'd stop after the funeral expenses were covered. Then I said I'd stop after Dad's depression medication was paid for. Then after my first semester of college tuition, I never stopped. You're playing with fire, my best friend Marcus warned me. This isn't you. You don't know what I am, I replied, and I meant it. I didn't know what I was anymore either. The first time someone overdosed on something I made, I threw up for hours. The second time, I redesigned the formula to make it safer. By the third time, I had convinced myself it wasn't my responsibility how people used my product. It's just business, became my mantra. When the local news started reporting on a new drug flooding the streets, I felt a twisted pride. When they called whoever was making it a menace to society, I laughed. Society hadn't been there when my mom was dying. Society had decided her life wasn't worth the cost of treatment. I expanded, hired people, created a network, started carrying a gun. The first time I used it was when a rival dealer tried to move in on my territory. I didn't mean to pull the trigger. At least, that's what I told myself afterward. The sound was so much louder than in movies. The blood, so much darker. I didn't feel remorse, just a cold, practical concern about evidence. That's when I knew something fundamental had changed in me. My old chemistry teacher saw me at a coffee shop last week. She beamed with pride. I always knew you'd do great things, she said. Are you still planning on medical research? I smiled. Something like that. If she knew what I really did, what I've become, she'd be horrified.